Hello everybody, welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. I'm Omania, and let's jump right back in. No hesitation. Alright. You must kill someone if you want to leave. My mind froze and my breath caught in my throat as I thought about that. I could feel a paralyzing fear slowly making its way through my body, dominating every last nerve. The air hung heavy on me, pressing down like a weight on my neck. It took everything I had just to endure that weight. Chapter 1, To Survive, Daily Life. Alright, I don't know what that means yet, but we'll see. But for as heavy as the air felt, all it took to pierce it was her sharp words. So, what are you going to do now?
Hey.
Just stand around glaring at each other? Her pointed comment was directed at everyone in the room. It helped pull us all back to reality. Right, she's right.
Listen to me!
Sometimes, even if you're nervous or afraid, you just have to step forward. To forget such a simple fact, I can't forgive myself. I'm so ashamed.
You hear me?
Please, someone hit me. I can't forgive myself. Someone hit me. Punish me.
Huh?
Jesus, if you have time to yell about it, you have the time to do something about it.
However...
Perhaps, but what is the mission exactly?
Stupid.
Idiot, to look for a way out. Duh.
What the...
We totally need to find whoever was controlling that stupid bear and beat the hell out of them. But before we do all that, maybe we should take a look at the handbook? It's probably best to check out the school regulations Monokuma mentioned before doing anything else.
This is fine.
True, if we stumble around with no clue what the rules are, something like that might happen again. Shit.
Alright.
Fine.
So then...
Let's hurry up and check out the stupid rules already. Makoto Naegi. After turning on my e-handbook, the first thing that appeared was my name. So, just like Monokuma said, the owner's name showed up front and center. Then, from the main menu that popped up, I selected the school regulations icon. An itemized list appeared on the screen. It was the school regulations. In other words, the rules being imposed on us all. Students may reside only within the school. Leaving campus is an unacceptable use of time. Nighttime is from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Some areas are off limits at night, so please exercise caution. Sleeping anywhere other than the dormitory will be seen as sleeping in class and punished accordingly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion. Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is strictly prohibited, as is destruction of surveillance cameras. Anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate unless they are discovered. Oh, like blackened fish, the fish with all the seasoning on it. Somehow I don't think it's the same thing. And additional school regulations may be added as necessary. Feeling a slight dizziness, I raised my face up from the screen. As I looked around, I saw the same stormy expression on everyone's faces.
Stop fucking around.
This is bullshit. What the hell kind of rules are these? I'm not gonna let them control me. Well then, why don't you wander around the school without a care in the world and see what happens? Personally, I would love to see what happens when someone breaks one of the rules.
However...
But if he got punished like what we saw before, I don't think there'd be a respawn waiting for him. Oh god, you're one of those types. In case we haven't figured it out already.
Yo.
Ever since I was a kid, I grew up with my older brother pounding this into my head. When a man makes his promise, he has to keep it, even if it kills him.
And...
So what?
What?
I made a ton of promises that I still have to keep. That's so what?
Piece of shit.
So I can't afford to die in here. None of that makes much sense to me, but you are saying you will follow the regulations. Is that it?
That's true.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Hey, I have a question. For regulation number 6, what do you think it means exactly? Anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate unless they are discovered. You're talking about the second half, right? Where it says, unless they are discovered? I was wondering about that myself. It's saying that if you want to graduate, you have to kill someone without anyone finding out it was you. But why? Why do we have to do that? I don't see any reason to worry about it. Just worry about following the rules as they've been explained to us.
Such ignorance.
Frankly, I don't want to hear anything from someone who waits for others to decide what to do for them. Don't jab at
Give me
me.
a break.
We're like a full-on stab. Well, for now, let's forget all that silly junk about murderers or whatever. Now that we know the rules, let's start exploring the school. True, we need to find out exactly where we are. Is there any way out? What about food and supplies?
You understand?
There are tons of questions we need to answer.
Let's do it!
Damn straight. Okay, then let's all start looking around. I'll be going alone.
What?
What? Why? That's a pretty stupid idea, don't you think? Someone here might have already started thinking about murdering one of us. Are you saying we should stand around with them in our midst and make it that much easier for them?
Hold on a second.
Wait, hold on a second. I would never.
What?
Don't bother saying it couldn't happen. You can't deny the possibility. That's why you all seized up with fear when that graduation rule was made clear to you. Am I wrong? But... So, I'm simply acting in accordance with what I think is best for me.
Just hold on.
Hold on. Like hell I'm gonna let you run off and do whatever you want.
What?
Out of my way, Plankton.
What?
I want to make a SpongeBob reference, but I can't think of any. You're not getting the Krabby Patty secret formula, Plankton. What the fuck that's supposed to mean?
Such ignorance.
One tiny bit of plankton drifting across the sea. So minuscule, so insignificant, they couldn't possibly have any kind of influence on the boundless ocean. Unless they stole the Krabby Patty secret formula. I love SpongeBob. I'm gonna kick your ass! Stop it, we shouldn't fight. The fuck you just say? You some kind of goody little bitch?
You want to throw down?
Who do you think you are talking to me like that? Think you're my fucking dad or something? No, I wasn't.
You son of a bitch.
Fuck you! Okay. He punched me, and I flew back in a heap. It was like something straight out of a comic book. I didn't even see the punch coming. It was just suddenly right there in my face. 1 second I was standing there, the next I was soaring through the air. Now that I think about it, maybe I'd kind of forgotten the kind of people I'd been trapped here with. My common sense had just stopped functioning. Being around all these ultimates had blown my fuses. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised it led to something as absurd as this. But I just lost track of that sense of reality. That was my last thought as my consciousness started to fade, before it finally cut out completely. And when I finally opened my eyes again, what I saw was... Huh? Where am I? As if it had become part of my daily routine, I woke up in yet another room I'd never seen before. Okay, so, where am I now? You now have access to the handbook menu. You can use this to check a variety of information as you play. Open the handbook menu by pressing the F1 key. You can use this menu to check the school regulations and character info in the report card section. At certain points, map and truth bullets may not be available. You can also save and load game data under the system section. Finally, press the F2 key to review the transcript. This records all pertinent info, so use this to review comments from everyone involved. Oh, that'll be useful. Alright, map, truth bullets, presence, report card, regulations, system. Alright, okay, I guess. Do we need to investigate in here? What's this? It's some kind of lint roller. I guess we're supposed to clean up after ourselves? This would appear to be the bathroom. Huh? It's not opening. I guess it's locked. This must be the key to the room. My name's written on the keychain, which means it must be mine, right? I better hang on to it for now. For now? Oh, okay, I guess we can't move on yet. Let's see. It's a notepad. I guess the school must have given one to each of us. It looks like there's something in the drawer. It's a toolkit. It must be brand new. It's still in the shrink wrap. I don't really need it right now, so we'll just leave it here. Just an everyday trash can. I don't see any kind of trapdoor or hidden compartments or anything. Oh. Okay, I guess we got a coin? What's this? There's a piece of paper hanging up on the wall, which says, Announcement from Headmaster Monokuma. Each room's lock has been designed to completely protect against tampering or lockpicking. Remaking an individual room key is quite troublesome, so please make sure not to lose yours. Your room comes furnished with a shower, but please note that the water is turned off at nighttime. Oh, I get my showers at night. What are they supposed to expect? Also, the bathrooms in the girls' room include a lock of their own. Finally, we've prepared a small gift for each of you. For the girls, a sewing kit, and for the boys, a tool kit. The sewing kit includes a map of the body's vital organs. One stab will do the job, girls. For the boys, we believe a strong blow to the head with any of the tools should be ample. Don't think, just feel, and let's all enjoy ourselves. Ominous. I crumpled up the sheet of paper and threw it into the trash. Looks like this door leads outside. It's locked, so some of the rooms have locks, huh? I think I'm starting to understand. This room must be... Sleeping anywhere other than the dormitory will be seen as sleeping in class and punished accordingly. This is my assigned dorm room. Someone must have carried me here after I fell unconscious. So that answers that question. The next question is, what's everyone else up to right now? There's only one way to find out, and that's to get out of here. Leave the area, yes indeed. I rushed out of the room to meet up with all the others, but there was someone waiting for me there. It was like something out of an old TV show. Oh great, you ran into each other. Great job, Makoto. Real smooth.
Sayaka? Sorry. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I hope you're okay. Sorry about that.
She had an embarrassed smile on her face. I stood up slowly. Are you okay, Sayaka? Are you hurt? Make it sound worse than it is. I'm completely fine. I know how I look, but I've actually built up some pretty good muscle jumping up and down on stage. That's good then. But are you okay? You know, from when Mondo hit you? That's true. I got knocked out right there in front of everyone. I guess I revealed my lack of cool right from the beginning. Oh, I'm fine. Nothing wrong here.
That's good.
Oh, that's good. I was kind of worried. Thanks. By the way, what are you doing here? Actually, I came to get you. You came to get me?
Listen.
Well, if you really are feeling better, I was hoping you could come to the dining hall. The dining hall?
You see.
After you got knocked out, everyone decided to go and do their own thing. We decided it would be more effective if we split up to investigate. So we agreed to get together later on and talk about what we each found out. So does that mean it's almost time to get back together? That's what's going on. Then of course I'll go with you.
That's good.
Good. I'll go on ahead and meet you at the dining hall then. Alright, so dining hall. Oh. This must be the dining hall. This must be the dormitory dining hall. It looks pretty clean, so that's good. Did anyone else notice that the I in dormitory was it was closer to the, it was far away from the M, further away from the M than it should have been? Was that just me? Whatever. Doesn't matter. I guess that's not really important right now with us being prisoners here and all. Yeah, that's true. Nobody was there waiting for us. We don't really have much of a choice. I guess we should just wait here for now. Okay, let's just wait here. Huh? You heard that?
Like I said, I'm psychic.
Come on, I'm just kidding. Seriously, I just have amazing intuition. Is it really just intuition? It's kind of sudden, I know, but here comes a tutorial. Right now I'd like to talk about reactions. You're going to be talking to Sayaka, right? Well, while you're talking to her, some purple words are going to appear. Here's how they work. When purple words show up, if you press the right mouse button, you'll go into reaction mode. Oh, are you familiar with reactions? Well, just in case, let me explain. At this point, you can use the WASD buttons to make a selection and the left mouse button to confirm it. Also, when it comes to that dialogue, you can review whatever you talked about to look for more info. Talking to someone about things like this is called a reaction. Okay, do your best to enjoy the ever-important school life. Have you gone ahead and used it already? Well, that's just wonderful. Make sure you keep it in mind as the story keeps on moving forward. Alright, let's try it out.
Hey,
By the way, Makoto. Huh? What is it? Well, it's just... I know this is kind of continuing the self-introduction thing, but I wanted to ask you something. Continuing our self-introductions? We kind of got cut off before, but I had a question I wanted to ask you. Sayaka wants to ask me something? I wonder what it is. Now I'm really curious.
hey,
What did you want to ask me? Makoto, did you happen to go to Blackroot Junior High? Were you maybe in class 2? Yeah, actually, I was. I knew it! I went there too. I was in class 4, though. Do you remember me? Do I remember? Oh, even back in middle school, she was a celebrity with all kinds of ultimates surrounding her. How could I forget? Almost as surprising as her question was that she remembered me. We never even talked to each other, but somehow she still knew who I was.
Hey,
Hey, are you okay? Oh, yeah, I'm just surprised is all. I wouldn't have thought you'd remember me. We went to the same schools for 3 years. Of course I remember. Well, that's true, but there were lots of students in our grade, right? Plus, I've never been the type of person to ever really stand out. I'm average at everything, and all my hobbies are totally normal. Even normal would call me boring. What are you talking about? You're so strange. Strange? That's... She started giggling even louder. That somehow mysterious smile of hers made my heart grow calmer. Her smile was the nicest smile I'd ever seen.
that's good.
Anyway, I'm really glad that I know someone here. Talking to you has made me feel a lot better about all this. You're amazing, Makoto. No, I'm really not. I'm nothing at all compared to all you ultimates. But you're the one that helped me find my courage again, not any of those ultimate students. Thank you for saying that.
Okay.
And to thank you for helping me out, I'm going to become your ultimate assistant. Huh? My assistant? Yep, I'm your assistant now. I'm going to help you out as much as I can, so let's get out of here together. When she says things like that, it just gets me pumped up. Which is nice, but still. Everyone else is still late. Besides that, I don't even know what time it is right now. There must be a clock around here somewhere. Right here. So what time is it right now? What? 7 o'clock at night? You were unconscious for a pretty long time. I see. Without being able to look out a window, I've lost all sense of time. If I have to stay in this place for too long, I might just go crazy.
Hey,
I can't believe no one's here yet, but I'm sure they'll start showing up soon. Almost like he timed it, Taka threw open the dining hall doors right as Sayaka said that.
Hey!
Ah, Makoto, Sayaka, so you two got here first, huh?
How unfortunate.
Too bad. I was sure I'd beat everyone here. I guess that just means I don't have enough fighting spirit yet. Well, I won't give up. Next time, I swear I'll win no matter what it takes. Justice shall always prevail. It's a bit much, don't you think? Yeah, I agree. And soon after that, everyone else came strolling in one after another. After a few minutes, everyone had gathered in the dining hall.
Okay, it looks like everyone's here. Time to start the meeting. Let's all go around and share what we found out during our respective investigations. The sooner we find out what's going on, the sooner we get out of here.
hold on a sec.
Wait, hold on a sec.
What are you talking about?
What's wrong? What about, what's her name? You know, the silver-haired girl. Oh, yeah, Kyoko. What about her?
Aw.
She's not here. What? I took another look around the dining hall. Sure enough, she was nowhere to be seen. I wonder where she went. Has anyone seen her? But everyone just shook their heads.
Huh?
Wait, so nobody's seen her? Why hasn't Kyoko shown up yet? Could it be because...
Yes, indeed.
Stabbing, strangling, bludgeoning, crushing, hacking, drowning, igniting, how you do it doesn't matter. You must kill someone if you want to leave. It's as simple as that. The rest is up to you. Give it your all to achieve the best outcome in the worst way possible. Is it possible? Was she really... No, I'm just overthinking things. Darn it, Kyoko, you're really gonna be late like this on the first day of school? Not only is she late, she didn't tell anyone she would be late. A most unbecoming personality trait. You're being a real jackass right now, you know that? Well, what do you want me to do? Punctuality is everything. Now then, I declare that the first session of the Hope's Peak Academy briefing meetings has begun. Makoto, actually, first of all, I've talked enough. Maybe we should listen to what everyone else has to say. Okay, let's do that. You know... Huh? What's up? I feel like I really have become your personal assistant. Don't you agree? I may not be the best assistant in the world, but I'll give it everything I've got. No, you've already done so much as my assistant. Alright. Alright. I'm trying to... Hold on. Okay, I guess we have to talk to her first. Okay, so since you're all in the dark about all this, let me lay out what's been going on. Everyone split up to investigate different parts of the building, but
You see,
Hyakuya and Taka each went on their own, and so did Kyoko. I wanted to try and find some clue as to who's responsible for imprisoning us here. But unfortunately, I made no such discoveries. That's all for me. Really? That's it? If I'd uncovered anything, naturally I would have had more to say, but I didn't, so I don't. Right, understood. Hold on.
you see.
I spent some time looking around the dormitory, and
Listen to me!
there I made the discovery of the sentry. I found that there was exactly one room for each person. Well, yeah, I figured that out before anything else.
Yeah.
Each door already has a nameplate on it, so I guess all the rooms have been all assigned already. And each room key was attached to a keychain with the owner's name precision etched onto it, which confirms that the room I was in earlier is in fact my room.
And plus,
And Chihiro and I found out that all the rooms are totally soundproof. Your next door neighbor could scream their lungs out and you wouldn't hear a thing. Well, each room also had a private bathroom, which could also lock. But it looked like there were only locks on the bathrooms in the girls' dorms. Huh? But when I checked my bathroom door before, it definitely seemed like it was locked. That's weird. I should double check that later.
Hey, come on.
Okay, so they got a bunch of rooms ready for us. They're assuming we're going to be here a while.
Quiet down and listen!
Well, better to have than have not. At least you don't have to worry about surviving like wild animals. That can't be all you have to report, can it, Mr. Honor Student?
Got it!
That's all for my report. Let's move on to whoever's next. Well, that was useless.
you see.
We all went up and down the school, double-checking the windows and all the hallways and classes. We wanted to see if we could get any of those metal plates to come off. And what happened was... nothing. Not a damn thing. We couldn't get a single one to budge even a little bit.
What should I do?
There wasn't any hope of escape anywhere. The school really has been totally cut off.
This is bad.
This sucks.
Bad, bad,
It
bad.
really sucks. It sucks. What the hell are we gonna do?
Hey, come on.
God damn, calm down. You're starting to make me nervous.
You see.
We thought maybe we could find some way to communicate with the outside, so we went looking all over.
Sorry.
But we didn't find a thing, sorry.
Yo,
I went back to the main hall, thinking maybe we could do something about that giant hunk of metal.
what?
But even with Sakura and me both, it wouldn't budge. We hit it with desks and chairs and nothing. Oh wow. It was hard as, like, metal.
Yes,
Well,
indeed.
yes, it is metal. Anyway, if we're gonna get out of here, it's not gonna be through there. I feel like I could just cry, but no. I have to hold it in. I have to manage on my hydration.
So then.
I shall tell you what happened next. It has nothing to do with communicating with the outside world, but it's still worth worrying about. In both the school and the dorm areas, there was a set of stairs leading up to another floor.
But
But there were gates there, and we couldn't find any way to open them, so we couldn't check it out. In other words, at this point, we are only able to search the first floor. We can further assume that there's potentially something about the second floor as well. And if that's the case, there's at least a chance it may lead to a way out.
you see.
I don't like this reactions function, and it also doesn't appear in the sequels, thankfully. It's pretty useless. If I'm being honest, I can't quite say we acted as one. Rather, we did nothing as one. We spent the entire time in the gym.
Most unfortunate.
Honestly, we are not exactly the types to go running around the school like a gaggle of junior
What
detectives.
the hell's wrong with you?
What the hell were you thinking? Just sitting around the gym the whole time? Well, it's not like any of you invited me along. Nobody said, "Hey, come with us." I blame you for leaving me out. It's all your fault.
What the?
If you wanted to go with someone, you should have just said something. Forget it. Like I'd want to go anywhere with a dirty slut like you.
Huh?
Jeez, Toko. Your mind is as thin as your body. You make me sick to my stomach.
Are you for real?
I don't even know how to react. How can you say something so awful to someone you just met?
Hey, come on.
Alright, guys, everybody just calm down, okay? All this stress is bad for your skin, you know? Yeah, it sounds like you two are so close now, you're fighting like sisters. I don't think that's what's going on, Sayaka.
Hey,
So that's what they have to say, huh? Then I guess I'm the only one left. I went and had a look around the dining hall. I found a fridge in the back of the kitchen, and it was overflowing with all kinds of stuff.
That's good.
I guess we don't have to worry about food, at least. Sure, for now, but even with all that, there are 15 of us. How long can the food last? You could just eat sesame seeds or something. Huh? What am I, a parakeet? I don't think we have to worry about it. All the food gets restocked automatically each day. At least, that's what Monokuma said. You saw him?
Okay.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere while I was checking the fridge, told me that, and then disappeared again. It was so fast, I can't believe someone could have been moving him around with a remote control.
That's...
A weaponized toy that can just appear from nowhere. I can't tell if we're supposed to be afraid or not. But was everything okay? He didn't try to, eat you or anything? Eat her? Yeah, I'm not reading that. Come on, my man!
Hey, you bastard!
Hey, what the hell, fatty? You're acting like some kind of sleazy drunk dude.
Actually...
Not like there's a good kind of drunk dude. Hey, stop screwing around. There's a movie that has a character like that. Hold on a second. Isn't it like a character who says stuff screwing around? I don't know. I have no idea. Hey, are you still asleep or something? We're prisoners here. Oh, it's the guy. It's from South Park. There we go. Never mind. She's right. We can't be making stupid jokes right now. We gotta do something, or... A voice cut through the noise, interrupting Mondo. You're all spending an awful lot of time yelling and carrying on. Do you really think you could afford to do so? Have none of you all accepted the reality of the situation? Oh, I forgot about you. Kyoko, where the heck have you been? We already started the meeting without you. She didn't say a word. Instead, she just dropped a piece of paper on the table. Huh? What's this? It appears to be a map of Hope's Peak Academy. A map? What the... Where did you find this?
Well...
It doesn't matter where I found it. It does matter! You're really freaking us out right now.
But more important...
Never mind that. What's it mean?
It would seem...
Just look at it. The building we're in right now is laid out in precisely the same way as Hope's Peak Academy. So what you're saying is this really is Hope's Peak Academy?
It's true.
Well, in terms of its construction, yes. But it looks like it's had a number of strange renovations done to it. Renovations?
However...
I don't know all the details yet. All I found was details about the first floor. But then, this really is Hope's Peak. We didn't get kidnapped and taken to some other place. So stupid it's not even possible. This is where the country's future elite are supposed to come and learn? But if this is really Hope's Peak Academy, where are all the other students? Hey, come on, guys. Let's just stop talking about all this, negative stuff. Oh, God. But aren't you worried? Things don't look good. This guy is totally on something. You know what I mean.
Yo!
Worried? What's there to be worried about? I mean, this was all planned out, right? The people in charge of Hope's Peak put this all together, right? Man, if I get stressed every time something like this happened, I'd have ectoplasm shooting out my mouth.
You know?
Good things come to those who wait, right? So we just gotta chill and everything will work itself out.
What's your problem?
Why are you laughing? What's so funny? I am just happy, that is all. It seems splitting up to investigate was a good idea, after all. Haven't you been listening? Looking around was a total waste of time. We didn't find a way out, we didn't find who's behind us, we still have no idea what's going on.
Oh.
Huh? Is it not crystal clear to you what is going on?
Are you okay with this?
It is perfectly obvious that we have been imprisoned in some secret location with no way out. None of us had any response to that. We didn't want to accept that reality, but it was staring us right in the face. We didn't have to say that. I was trying not to think about it. No way out. We're trapped here. What are we supposed to do? It's very simple. If you want to leave, you just have to kill...
Stop it!
Don't even joke about that. Yeah, I'm with Joko. Everyone just calm down, please. We need to stop and think about what to do from here.
Seems like...
There's got to be something we can do. All we can do is adapt. Adapt to our lives. I keep messing up. Adapt to living our lives here from now on.
That's...
Live here? Are you saying we should just accept it?
Do you understand?
A lack of adaptability is a lack of survivability. Survival is not based on who is the strongest or the smartest. It comes down to who can adapt.
Actually,
As someone who has come out on top more than once, I have a suggestion.
What?
Huh? What do you mean?
hmm.
We all understand that we are trapped here, which means we will be spending the night. However, you all remember the rule regarding nighttime, right? Nighttime is from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Some areas are off limits at night, so please exercise caution. Sleeping anywhere other than the dormitory will be seen as sleeping in class and punished accordingly.
Let's see.
So, regarding this nighttime, I think we need to add a rule of our own. What do you mean? Going out at nighttime should be prohibited altogether. The school regulations do not actually tell us not to go out at night. I would like to make it official.
Huh?
But why?
Are you okay with
The
this?
way things are now, every time night comes, we will all start to get worried and anxious. We will all be afraid someone might try and come kill us. What? If we have to worry about that night after night, for who knows how long, it will wear us down in no time.
I see.
So you're suggesting we limit our activity at night as a kind of preventative measure.
Indeed.
However, unlike the other rules, nobody can be forced to comply. We all have to agree to follow it. Like a prisoner's dilemma, almost.
What can we do?
I see what you mean, but I think I can agree to that. It's like the little gothel we just said. Without something like that, we're just gonna self-destruct.
Listen to me!
On behalf of all the men here, I agree to comply.
What?
Hey, you can't just decide to speak for us. That facial expression is funny.
This is fine.
So everyone is in agreement? Good. Then if you will excuse me.
Huh?
Huh? Wait, where are you going?
Let's see.
It is almost nighttime. I want to take a shower before it
I
arrives.
hope you are well.
So, goodbye. Moving with pure elegance, Celeste left the dining room. Her behavior seemed so natural, I couldn't imagine anyone even trying to stop her. So, I guess it's pretty obvious where we go from here. We'll be spending the night, it looks like.
Huh.
Adaptability.
Hmm.
So, Mr. Chairman, what next? One person already left. Well then, let's say we call an end to today's meeting.
You understand?
Like she said, it's almost nighttime anyway. We could reconvene first thing tomorrow morning.
Huh?
Do we really have to stay the night here?
What can we do?
We don't have a choice. We can't go for long without getting some sleep.
This
So
sucks.
we have to just give up. That's all fine and good for today, but what do we do tomorrow?
So in the end,
Our only option is to split up and look around again, and let everyone know if we find anything.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay, let's do that.
Aw.
Then we're done for today? Good, I'm exhausted. With heavy movements, everyone headed off to their private rooms. Makoto, are you ready to call it a day? Yeah, let's go. Is this really where I'll be staying for the foreseeable future? Oh, that's right. I should check the bathroom one more time before I go to bed. Only the girls' bathrooms should have locks on them, right? Alright, let's open it up. It's no use. It really is locked. Wrong! Not locked. Holy crap! Jeez, talk about an overreaction. It's like you just saw a ghost or something. Like some kind of robot bear ghost. What are you doing here? Makoto Naegi, this is super duper majorly bad. So bad it's almost magical. Ultra magical awful attack. In point of fact, I acknowledge that the bathroom in your room has a problem with the door frame. Wait, so the reason it won't open is it because it's locked? It's just the door won't fit?
Hey,
Didn't you see the notice? What, you can't read? The bathrooms in the boys' rooms don't have locks. I mean, a lock on a boy's bathroom is kind of pointless, don't you think? Well, it's not like it's pointless, I guess, but I'm no expert on the birds and the bees and... Yeah, we're not talking about this. Nope, not one bit. Anyway, there's a little trick to opening this particular ill-fitting door, and that's what I'm here to teach you. Okay, ready? So you just gotta turn the doorknob, then lift it up while you pull.
yes, indeed.
Go ahead, give it a try. Turn the knob and lift the door while I pull. When I did that, the door opened without a problem. See? It opened right up. Isn't that crazy, though? Your door is the only one that doesn't fit quite right. You're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? It looks like you're not lucky at all. Anyway, I suddenly don't feel like being in here anymore. Bye! Lakuma is pure chaos, isn't he? Hey, wait! Damn it.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't.
Oh shoot! I'm so sorry. I skipped that. I'm so sorry, guys. Looks like it's nighttime. We all promised we wouldn't leave our rooms now. All I can do now is try and get some sleep. While still mumbling to myself, I collapsed into bed. My eyes closed almost immediately. It's not that I was ready for bed exactly. I was just utterly exhausted. It was as if I'd spent an entire day staring at a TV watching movies, or like some kind of illusion where I'd been tossed into a made-up fantastical world. This game is hard to read. Yeah, that feels about right. There's no easy way to just accept the situation we've suddenly been dropped into. So this is how the curtain closed on my first day at Hope's Peak Academy. Soon enough, I was asleep. Would it be too much to hope that when I woke up I'd realize it was all a dream? It's kind of lame as far as endings go, but I'd be fine with that. Actually, that'd be the best. Monokuma Theater. Alright. In any normal school, Mr. Monokuma would be a kind teacher. But when I think about what's coming up, I'm just so full of pride and joy. Our ceremony earlier today was absolutely splendid. Thank you all very much. Remember that you are all students of Hope's Peak Academy and strive to refine your ideals.
To you, I will send you all off into a new tomorrow.
Alright, I have no idea what to think of that.
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another.
Apparently, it's morning, but thanks to the total lack of windows, there's no way to know for sure. Anyway, what should I do now? Maybe I should go find Sayaka, and we can figure out where to go from here together. She did say she's my assistant now. Okay, it's decided. I'm gonna head to her room. With a newfound determination, I left my room. Where is it? It's right over here, I guess. Alright. There's a doorbell next to the door. I guess I should use that. Good morning, Sayaka.
Hi, Makoto.
Oh, Makoto, perfect timing. Huh?
Listen.
I have a favor to ask. A favor? I was just getting ready to head out. It's okay, would you like to come with me? Maybe we could talk? Yeah, sure. Where are you headed? I've been thinking that there might be something around here I could use for self-defense. Self-defense? Well, I mean, whoever's keeping us here could show up and attack us at any time. You never know. Whoever trapped us here, whoever presented us with rules for murdering each other, whoever put us in this insane position, she's right. You never know when they might attack. So I just want to be able to protect myself no matter what happens. A weapon to protect yourself. Well, now that I think about it, that display case in the gym entryway had a bunch of stuff. Maybe... Oh, the gym? Okay, let's go. Again?
Like I said, I'm psychic.
Come on, I'm just kidding. Seriously, I just have amazing intuition. Am I really so easy to predict? Anyway, we should head to the gym. For anyone who just hates walking around the school, we've got some good news. You can now teleport using the map section of the handbook menu. It's as simple as opening the map menu and choosing where you want to go. However, you can only teleport to hallways and marked waypoints. Plus, you can't teleport to places you haven't been, or places that are blocked off. And depending on certain story moments, there will be times when you won't be able to teleport at all. Finally, try not to teleport inside any walls. There's a chance you could get lost forever. Well then, good luck and have fun. Thanks. Very helpful. Alright. Let's do that. Now, where is the gym? It's the dining hall. Item. Alright, we'll just walk. Well, no, we'll run. Not that way, this way. Well, that was a lot of running.
Hey,
Here we go. I might be able to find something here to protect myself with. Yeah, I'm sure I'll find something in the display case I can use. How about this? Is this a sword? Oh, no, I think it's just a replica. Still, it's pretty impressive. It's completely covered in gold coating. But, jeez, I barely touched it and I got all that gold stuff all over my hands. Wow, you're right. Your hands are totally gold. Even just for self-defense, I think it's a little... Well, it's still better than nothing, I guess.
hey,
You should take it with you. It might help liven up your room a little. You think so? But I guess you'd better be careful taking it back. You should wrap it in a newspaper or something. And just like that, it's been decided. I don't see anything I could really use for self-defense. Hey, don't worry about it. It's not like you need it right away, right? Plus, if anything were to happen, when the time comes, I'll protect you. You'll protect me? Thank you for saying that. If I've got you on my side, I guess I don't need a weapon after all. Sayaka giggled as she said that. A mysterious smile. I can tell it comes from the heart. It makes me feel at ease. When I look at her, I honestly feel like I can do anything. Okay, we can start looking for a weapon, but as long as we're here, let's hang out a bit more. I know I said I wanted to talk to you, but now that we're here, I don't really know what to talk about.
sorry.
And I was the one who invited you to come with me. Sorry. It's okay. I mean, if there's nothing to talk about, then we can just not talk, right?
Huh?
You don't have to force yourself to talk. We can just, I don't know, stare off into space or whatever. Stare off into space? No, but you're probably super bored, just standing around doing nothing. No, it's not that it's boring, it's just... I've never really done it before. I don't have a lot of time to just do nothing. I guess that makes sense. You're not a normal high school student like me. You've got tons of stuff to do every day.
Listen.
Hey, this is kind of out of nowhere, but Makoto, do you have a dream? Well, what about you, Sayaka? What's your dream? I'd love to hear. My dream is... I've always wanted to be a star, as long as I can remember. I grew up without a mother, you know. My dad worked really late every night. I was always at home alone. I was just a kid, you know, so I was really lonely. But that all changed when I saw a pop star on TV for the first time. She was so pretty, like a princess, and she could sing and dance. But more than anything else, there was her smile. Looking at her smile, I could feel my loneliness melting away. I decided that's what I wanted to be someday, and I wanted to give that kind of encouragement to others. Eventually, that became my dream. That's so amazing, though. You were able to actually fulfill your lifelong dream. Honestly, it's really incredible. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it, even some things that weren't so pleasant. Huh?
You see.
I honestly believe that as long as you kept chasing your dreams, someday they had to come true. But to do that, you can't take your eyes off your dream, not even for a second. Even if sometimes it's a bad dream, whether you're awake, whether you're asleep. To make your dream a reality, you have to keep your gaze fixed on it no matter what. In what world, if you lose focus even for a split second, you get behind? Yeah, I read that horribly wrong, but who cares? You have to keep on swimming against the current, without even taking time to breathe. That's the kind of world my dream lives in. Is it really that tough? Is it not fun at all?
Oh no!
Oh no, don't get the wrong idea. It's super fun. But that's exactly what scares me. Huh? I enjoy every single day when I wake up and get to do what I do. Everyone in our group is amazing. We're rivals in a way, but they all mean so much to me. We've been performing together since we were young, so they're all like family to me. Without them, I would have given up on my dream a long time ago. To work together and fulfill our dreams together has brought me so much happiness.
But that's why...
But that's the thing that scares me the most. If the world gets tired of us, then what happens? What happens to us? When the dream dies. Those wonderful days come to an end, and everyone goes their separate ways. Sayaka. She's trembling. She must be terrified. She worked so hard, sacrificed so much to get where she is. She must be terrified of losing it.
See.
So that's the reason I decided to come to Hope's Peak. Huh? What do you mean? Well, they say that if you graduate from here, success is basically guaranteed. Which means I could keep on performing with my best friends forever and ever. At least that's what I thought. I really did believe that, but now we're trapped here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me. Well, while I'm in here, the world is out there forgetting about me. Minute by minute, we're all disappearing. But still, Sayaka?
Why?
I can't afford to be stuck in here. That was the first time I heard her cry out from deep within herself. She sounds desperate, but I can understand why she'd feel that way. Trapped here this way, the dream she put so much effort into is on the verge of disappearing forever. And that isn't something that can be fixed with a few kind words. The weight she's carrying, I can't even imagine it.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to complain. I kinda killed the mood, huh? No, not at all.
Sorry.
I'm really sorry. Sayaka. Actually, are you hungry? Before we head back, why don't we go to the dining hall and get some food? So...
Okay.
You want me to make us something to eat? I might not look like it, but I'm actually a pretty good cook. Wow, really? What's your specialty? Chili oil. You mean the condiment? Just kidding. She burst out laughing. Her earlier mood disappeared, replaced by the bright smile I'd quickly grown used to. But how did it happen so fast? It was almost like a mask, some kind of neutral expression. Anyway, we headed to the dining hall to get something to eat, before returning to our rooms. The only thing in my room is a fake sword covered in gold. All it does is make me feel that much more uncomfortable. Anyway, there's still plenty of time left in the day. I really don't feel like just sitting here. Maybe I'll take a look around? You're about to have your first experience with free time. Would you like to hear more? Sure. As you live out your school life here, you will be given free time at certain points. During your free time, you can spend time with your fellow classmates to deepen your friendships. You can also give them presents, which can potentially give them an even better impression of you. You can get these presents from the Mono machine in the school store. Come early and often. At certain points, you will witness intimate events, and new info will be added to each person's report card. I hope they're not too into it, though. These events can also open up new skills, which will prove useful as everything plays out. We strongly encourage you to develop and deepen as many friendships as you can. Also keep in mind when you're talking with a classmate, time will pass. When you're finished, you will automatically return to your room. After a certain amount of time passes, your free time will come to an end and the story will progress. If you prefer not to engage in free time, you can always choose to simply go to sleep to skip. We wouldn't recommend this approach, but if you absolutely must press forward with the story, then... Anyway, why don't you try it out by spending some time with Miss Sayaka Mizuno? She's the ideal partner to begin with, don't you think? Alright. Leave the area? Yes. She's probably in her room. I guess I should press the doorbell.
Listen.
You know, Makoto, I'm so anxious. I really am afraid. Should I talk to Sayaka for a while? Let's spend some time with her. Are you going to try and cheer me up? Sorry for making you take time out of your day like this. I did my best to comfort Sayaka. Sayaka and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Sayaka a present? Not really, no. Makoto? Oh, the music shifted pretty dramatically there. Do you think you can make time for the two of us to talk? What's wrong? Why are you being so formal? Well, it's just, I guess that was kind of formal, but it's just because I know I can count on you. Huh? Having you by my side really makes me feel a lot better. If you weren't here with me, I just don't know what I'd do. I'd be lost.
But that's why...
I hate that we had to meet again under such awful conditions, but I'm relieved you're with me. Sayaka, standing here face to face and hearing her say that, it's nice, but kind of embarrassing at the same time. I know how you feel. You being here is what saved me. Really? Thank you for the flattery. That smile. A mysterious smile that softens my heart. I really wasn't flattering her. That smile saved me. But it's kind of strange, you know? I never thought I'd get a chance to really talk to you like this. All through middle school, you never talked to me. In fact, you never even looked at me. It's because you were a celebrity. I couldn't just go around staring at you. Wait, how do you know I never looked at you?
Hey,
Because I looked at you all the time. Huh? I was always looking for an opportunity to talk with you. You wanted to talk to me? But since I always had so many people around me, we ended up graduating without saying a word. That was one of my biggest regrets. But why me? Do you remember during our first year of junior high that huge bird wandered in the school pond? Actually, now that I think about it, I do sort of remember something like that. It was like out of a fairy tale. The turtle once every million years, that bird once every 1,000. A huge bird wandered into the school pond during our first year of junior high. I think it might have been Crane. It was a crane. It just walked right into the pond.
Okay.
That's right. That's what it was. It was so big, the teacher had no idea what to do. But you led it into the forest behind the school. You helped it find its way out. Well, only because I was already in charge of taking care of the animals at the school. They made me do it.
You see,
I should have said thank you then, but is it okay if I do it now? Thank me? I'm that crane, you see. I've kind of returned the favor. Here, let me make you a cloak. Just kidding. You have a weird sense of humor, Sayaka. Yeah, I kind of figured.
But...
Honestly, though, I was so impressed. That's why I always wanted to talk to you, even just once. I never imagined this would be how I got my chance. Yeah, we met again at a train station somewhere downtown. That'd make for a nice dramatic reunion. But instead, it's this weird school. Maybe, but still. I'm sure you'll help me find my way out. Just like that crane. You saved me.
You see...
It's just intuition, I know, but I still believe it. I'm going to save her? I'll do my best, I promise that. I'll just make sure it's more than just intuition. If there's anything I could do, I'm gonna do it. I believe in you. Besides, my intuition always turns out to be right.
Like I said, I'm
'Cause
psychic.
I'm psychic. Kidding. She laughed out loud as she said it. The closer we get, the stronger that smile of hers makes me. I was glad to feel that way. Sayaka's report card has been updated based on your experience with her. You just unlocked the skill Melodia's voice. Give yourself a pat on the back, you've earned it. Alrighty then. Once we were all done, I headed back to my room for a little while.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Today's already come to an end. But I swear, tomorrow I'm gonna find some kind of clue. I swear. As my eyelids began to slide closed, the conversation I'd had with Sayaka that morning began to replay. In a way, it's almost frustrating. Even if I understand where her desperation is coming from, I can't share in it. The pressure she's under is way different from anything a normal high schooler like me goes through. She didn't just stumble into this school the way I did. So I can't say I feel the things the way she does. Compared to her, no. Compared to everyone else here, there's no doubt I just don't match up. I guess that might explain my own frustration. Monokuma Theater again. Alright. Oh, there's a banner now. Yeah, so I'm sure you've noticed that the killing game has begun, but there's still room for a little laughter. It seems our newest students have already filled with despair, still have some hope of escape. So when will it begin? When will their hope begin to die? Is it time yet? Is it time?
Heart-pounding excitement.
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
Morning has come. What should I do today? Alright, I think we should probably cut this episode here for today. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you'd like, comment, subscribe. I hope you all have a great day, and that's going to be all for me for now. Bye!